North Carolina, with its infinite miles of intracoastal waterways, is home to many fishermen and has become a destination for vacationers that seek water-related activities. From fishing to kayaking and boating, it can all be found here.
Survival skills is something I believe that you're born with.
Many fishermen have become victims to this fisherman's paradise. One wrong decision or miscalculation could mean the difference between catching and eating fish or being eaten by them. A day of fun on the water could turn catastrophic for those who are separated from their watercraft without the proper survival knowledge.
Yeah, if you're stranded and you don't have any way to go, you lost your kayak, you need to find a form of transportation to get yourself free of wherever it is you're at.
Stranded on one of North Carolina's remote islands, Toby and Darrell must think quickly to return home alive, with no sign of civilization and armed only with their expert knowledge of survival and will to live.
My name is Darrell Denim. I was active duty in the Army for 38 months. I served in Vietnam. That's where I went away without leave.
You need to learn survival because people need to know survival is more than just surviving. It is knowing when to do something when no one tells you how to do and get out.
Things that we need to do, we need to set up camp, we need to get water, figure out who's in the area that we can notify, and most of all, I believe love and patience is a huge part of a relationship when you're trapped with somebody in a situation as such. Toby and I went ahead and split up. Right now he's going to be looking for raft material and I'm going to be looking for foraging for food, such like that. Now when you're scanning, you're going to want to keep a lookout for all sorts of critters and Oh, wait a minute. Now these right here are called sea cucumbers. Back when Columbus originally came to this area, they used to use these to clear their bowels and stuff, but they figured out this is a great source of carbohydrates and you can just eat them. Wow, nutritious. So remember sea cucumbers. Moving on.
As Darrell continues to search for food, Toby must gather supplies to build a raft with the materials he finds on the island.
There's really nothing around here. You gotta use your imagination and just walk around. Sometimes you're gonna find stuff you never knew was in there. For example, like this piece of wood. Now, when you're looking to build a raft, this is pretty much useless. You don't need that. That's not gonna do anything for you. Nature will a lot of times provide for you. I mean, you can even have anything. Big gulp. There's nothing in there. You can use it for a boat or something. Poke a hole in it, you got a telephone. You know, whatever, you know. Here we have more of this grass. This will make definitely a good raft. Again, 5 times the strength of steel, because you know you need something strong to float on.
As part of Darrell's philosophy, Darrell believes that survival skills are something you are born with.
Survival skills is something I believe that you're born with. So, Toby's out there still. What else do we have? I mean, you know, a cornucopia of great supplies for your cooking needs. You don't even halfway have to pick it. Sometimes you just come upon, like, okay, all right, well, we have, sometimes they call these sea zucchinis. They soak them up. They're almost like a root, and they'll, oh, that's not sea zucchini. That is something else.
Having located and gathered materials for their raft, Toby notifies Darrell, and they return to camp. Light fades fast as they make their way through a treacherous environment with unknown dangers. In an instant, a survival situation can take a turn for the worst, and making the effort to get home that much more difficult.
All right, but there's really no need. There's really no need to panic. Stingray bites like this are they're pretty. It could have been a lamprey.
Having been stung by dangerous marine life, Darrell's survival depended on immediate first aid.
Now we're back here on the beach, we have supplies, and sometimes a survival situation can turn even worse than you ever wanted to and hope for. For example, Darrell here has been bitten by something, a lamprey. Normally around these parts it's called tuna fish tiger lamprey for its bigness, the size of its genitalia. It's like a tiger. You don't even want to eat that when you cook it. But the best thing to do when you see this is make sure this guy is still alive, because you want to make sure that you're not giving AIDS to someone already dead, because it's wasting your energy and resources too. Hey, you awake? You alive? All right, he's not responding. But even though he's not responding, doesn't mean he's dead. You gotta check for CPR and you gotta check for vitals and make sure you got a pulse. The best way to check for a pulse is to find the largest vein you can, and it's right here. Yeah, I got a pulse, so that means he's still alive.
Oh!
So now he's up, Darrell's up, but we've got to get out of his island, so we've got to construct some sort of transportation to get him out. We need help. Lay down, Darrell. You gotta get him laying down. As you can see, bleeding has continued and gotten worse. The best thing to do is relieve the pressure of the wound and give a couple compressions. And then every 30 compressions, you gotta lick it like. And that'll give you a little bit more time and stop the bleeding. That's a whole a Native American trick I learned back in Arizona when I was wandering around in the desert and stuff. So you got 30 compressions. Actually slow down the bleeding even more and buy you some time to build transportation off this island and get your buddy some help.
With Darrell's injuries now stabilized, they work quickly to construct a crude form of transportation. Relying on the team's years of experience, they make do with their found materials, hoping that their makeshift raft will hold up to reach safety and survive to someday survive again, and to tell the tale of survival to other survivors.
Like the pine trees lining the winding road, I've got a name. I've got a name. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad, I've got a name. I've got a name. And I carry it with me like my daddy did, but I'm living the dream that he kept here. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by.
Alright, now you gotta be really quiet. Look over here to my left, there's a little chickadee in there. This could be perfect. Alright, now you pretty much, it's gonna take one strike to get that chickadee out.
As I stated before, this log is pretty worthless, but even everything that's worthless has got its purpose, like this guy.
I've got a song, and I carry it with me, and I sing it loud. Nowhere, I go there proud. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by.